In this video, you will see how Indian fry bread is created. Fry bread is flat and typically made from wheat flour that has been fried in lard, but it's important to note that Native Americans used whatever resources were available at the time, such as potato flour or oil, instead of regular wheat flour or lard.
In this recipe, we used all-purpose unbleached flour, Crisco, baking powder, milk, water, salt, and oil for frying.
Today, it is often served at Native American festivals and is considered a traditional Native American food. It's also made its way into mainstream American culture and is sold at fairs and other festivals. It is estimated that Native Americans arrived in North America somewhere between 20,000 to 50,000 years ago. Very little documentation of Native Americans before the 1600s exists because their language was solely verbal, and the outside world had not been in contact with them until European settlers arrived. With the arrival of the Europeans came unfamiliar diseases, conflict, and massacre, which dwindled Native American land down to just 326 reservations granted by the U.S. government.
Now I will talk about religion while my grandma is making the dough.
Although much of the Native American culture has assimilated into modern-day society, many traditional beliefs, foods, and practices are the same as their ancestors. Native American religion vastly differs depending on the tribe, but one common belief is that religion permeates every aspect of a person's life. Instead of having a specific time and place to access their beliefs, religion is integrated into their worldview. Many attempts by Europeans have been made to convert Native Americans to Christianity, some being more successful than others. Most Southwest Native American nations have rejected all attempts at conversion and retained their traditional practices. However, other tribes have mixed Christian beliefs with their original worldview. With the late 19th century came the creation of the Native American Church, as well as some people converting to Roman Catholicism or Protestantism.
While my grandma works, I will talk more about Indian culture.
It is widely accepted that a person's health is a reflection of their relationship with nature. Illnesses are a result of a supernatural or spiritual imbalance, and the holistic treatment would be to restore harmony with the universe. The concept of poor nutrition or internal disease was traditionally rejected because only external factors could drive illness. Native American medicine and treatment focuses on prevention of disease, health maintenance, and spiritual renewal.
Native American culture considers corn a therapeutic food and is commonly used in healing ceremonies. Cornmeal is often sprinkled around the patient in order to protect them from illness. Corn pollen eases heart palpitations, and fine cornmeal is used on children's rashes. Other therapeutic foods include agave leaves, yucca, pumpkin, and chili peppers.
Indigenous foods include berries, currants, grapes, persimmons, plums, strawberries, beans, corn, pumpkin, fish, deer, moose, partridge, pigeon, rabbit, raccoon, squirrel, turkey, and maple syrup. The Europeans brought apples, apricots, carrots, lentils, peaches, rye and wheat, and livestock. This is when fry bread came to life. Meal composition and cycle varies widely from tribe to tribe. Northern Plains Indians' diets are centered around meats and starches, with less fruits and veggies. Navajos still use traditional cooking methods, but have included more fat and salt into their food preparation and fry much of their food. The Pima in Arizona, for example, prefer eggs, bacon, and potatoes for breakfast, and tacos, tamales, and chili at other meals. One of the largest special occasions is the 5-day Navajo Nation Fair held each Labor Day. Another one is the Pawnee Veterans Day Dance, where ground meat with pecans and squash is served. Many other festivals are held throughout the year. Turkey is served on Thanksgiving and Christmas, and many Native Americans may eat traditional foods on birthdays or other celebrations. The nutritional status of Native Americans has changed vastly over the last century.
After heating up the oil, the fry bread is fried until it's golden brown on both sides. The temperature of the oil, as you can see, can be tested by placing a small piece of dough into the oil and waiting for it to start bubbling. Once it does, place the rest of the bread into the oil and cook until it's golden brown on both sides. It should be about 20 to 30 seconds.
In the 1950s and 1960s, numerous cases of severe malnutrition were reported because of low socioeconomic status and low employment rate. Recently, overconsumption has become more prevalent, leading to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Research on Alaska Natives showed a low calcium intake, iron, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, vitamins A, C, D, E, riboflavin, folic acid, fiber, and fatty acids. A high intake of refined carbohydrates was reported, and intake of fruits and veggies was less than 2 to 8 times a month. It must be noted that few differences have been made with the general population in terms of nutrient intake. All in all, Native American culture is an enormous subject that would take hours to explain in depth because their history and culture is so rich. I hope you enjoyed this video.